Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how to create AI chatbots to prepare your students for real-life scenarios with contextualized conversations. I will talk about two styles of chatbots. The first type will allow you to do a free chat with a character. So that character is AI impersonated. It could be an imagined person, or it could be an impersonated real person like a historical figure or a celebrity. The platform we're going to use to create this kind of chatbot is character.ai. The second type of chatbot is more purpose-driven. It allows your students to have a conversation with AI playing a role such as a store manager, a doctor, a classmate. The platform we're going to use to create this kind of chatbot is Mizu.com. So let's first look at character.ai. This is the interface of character.ai. It is an open platform for anyone to just create chatbots they like. As you can see, as a public platform, it already has a lot of characters other people have created. When you're ready to create your own, you go here. So let's go to character. When you click on character, you can enter character name, tagline, description. So what I do when I create a new character is to put everything I want that character to know to represent here in the description. You can also create a greeting, which is the first line the character is going to say. And then you can choose a voice. As you can see, there are a lot to choose from. If you want to give more instructions, such as the character's personality or backstory, you can enter it here under More Options Definition. Another important thing you might want to control is visibility. I would choose Unlisted, which means it can only be shared with the link you provide students. Now I'm going to show you what students can see. So let's go to a character I already created. So this character is Zhang Tianming. If you also use the textbook series Integrated Chinese, you would know that he's the main character in their Volume 3 and Volume 4. So I want students to have a chat with this character from their textbook. So I created this character, Zhang Tianming. So a good thing is, as you can see, it keeps a record of our last chat. So students have the feeling that they continuously chat with the same person. Another cool function is that you can call Zhang Tianming, call this character, and it looks like this. 张天明，你好。
你好，很高兴见到你。有什么我能帮到你的吗？
你这个周末想做什么？
这周末我没有什么特殊的安排，可能会和朋友一起出去逛街买东西，或者在网上看电影。
我也想跟你们一起去逛街，可以吗？
当然可以，如果你喜欢的话。我们下次出去玩的时候，我会传信息邀请你一起来。
And then you can hang up whenever you're done with the conversation. So the highlights of this tool is that you can use the call function as I just demonstrated, and it remembers your last chat, so you feel like you're talking with the same person and you can pick up the conversation. And it also has many options for voice. There are also limitations of this tool. For instance, it does not give teachers access to students' records, so your students will have to either make screenshots or report the results to you. And also, since it's a publicly available platform for anyone, you cannot have much control of the content, and it can be tricked to speak English. So like in the middle, if your students ask the chatbot, can you speak English? It will switch to English with your students. And after a certain amount of use, students will have to sign up for an account. My students' reaction to this tool is overwhelmingly positive, so I surveyed 20 students. It was last semester. 19 out of 20 students reacted positively to this tool, saying that it helps me practice the language. It is interesting, it is cool, it is fun. It is helpful because I can't find someone to practice with me in real life, which is very important to have this kind of opportunity for them to practice conversations. And they feel as if I was talking to someone my age. So that's because of the setting of Zhang Tianming. And they feel it is less stressful than talking to a real native speaker. There are also some wishes from the students. One is I wish Tianming would ask me questions too, and they wish the chatbot Tianming will give them more details to his answers. So for these two, actually it can be done through the conversation. I told my students, well, you can just ask the Tianming to ask you questions, or you can just ask him to provide you more details to his answers. And some students want more structured practice. They feel the conversation is too open-ended and they're not sure what to ask. And to this, my response is that it is like real life conversations. It's all open-ended. It's not structured to practice with certain topics. So that's exactly what you need to get used to when talking in real life. But also, in order to address students' needs for more structured conversation to practice what they have learned, there's another type of chatbot that we can create that is purpose-driven conversations through the other platform, Mizu.com. In this platform, you will create an AI to play a certain role. Like in this one, the AI that I created plays the role of an RA in the dorm. And my students' task is to complain about their dorm. It could be their roommate or the environment, the dining hall, etc. They have to complain at least about 3 things in this task. So here is one student's conversation with this chatbot as the RA of the dorm. So the student complained about his roommate, and they figured out the solution whether to ask the roommate, to move out or have a straightforward communication with this roommate. And then the student was satisfied with the suggestion from the AI and then moving on to talk about the AC because the room is too hot, and then complaining about the washing machine. This is the platform of Mizu. So if you want to build a chatbot, this is what you click. You build the chatbot. I would not go completely AI generated because I have more specific requirement for the text. So I always go with custom. So you give this conversation a title, and here's the instruction you're giving the AI. For the conversation you just saw between the student and the RA of the dorm, the prompt I gave AI is like this. In the role play, you are an RA of a dorm. So here, you refers to AI. In Boston University, you are responding to the students' complaints about their dorm. Try to address their complaints by helping them find possible solutions. You can be creative with your solutions. Keep the conversation in Chinese, which is important. Please use language at actual novice level. Please use simple language. Please keep it at CEFR A1 level. So the last 3 sentences are all about keeping the proficiency level at students level. Although these are second-year students and their language level are actually intermediate low, I would bring it down 1 notch to 1 lower proficiency level because AI always tries to use more difficult words no matter what. So I would at least try my best to bring it down a little bit. What else this platform will ask you is to enter the grade level, and you can upload or generate a picture here for that AI character and give it a name. And for more options, you can give the welcoming line here and give further rules to the AI. You have to pay to use the knowledge file, so I never use it. For audio, you only have two options, Emma or John. After you create your chatbot, you can preview the conversation so you can test it here and make edits if you're not happy with it. Once you're happy with it, save and publish. Once you have a published chatbot, you are going to see it under My Chatbots. So as you can see, I have created quite a few here. In order to assign the chatbot to your students as an activity, you need to click on your chatbot and, this is important, start a new session. Or you can use those sessions you already created. But the first time you use it, you want to start a new session, which means it will generate a link to the bot that you can share with your students. And after that, you can access your students' record categorized by the session. And you can create different sessions to your different classes. So for instance, I have this session 1 of this chatbot that has 48 students who used it. So I click on it. It will show me the duration and AI suggested grade. This is not shown to your students unless you chose to. And usually I don't rely on that because the grading is not super consistent. So I just use the chatbot as a bot itself. I don't use it to give them grades. So you can click on a student's submission and its AI's evaluation here about this student's performance. So you can go through and check the whole conversation between the students and AI. The highlights of this tool are that it can create an unlimited number of situations or characters, so you can just create however many you want. It has teacher's dashboard, as I just showed you, so that you can view students' conversations with the chatbot. It does a better job to stay in the target language as long as you ask the AI to. It's very focused on the task, so your students cannot stray away by chatting on other topics. The AI bot will try to bring it back. Compared to the other platform, character.ai, Mizu has a better proficiency level control. You can specify the level you want the conversation to be in as much as possible. It will still try to use words, expressions beyond the specified level, but at least it does a better job. Limitations is that for the free account, it allows 50 uses per day. And unlike the other platform, it does not have continuous conversations because this is all one purpose driven. And as you saw, you only have limited choice of voice, one male and one female. And the voice chat on this platform is less intuitive. If you remember, on the other platform, character.ai, we can simply call the character and then it has the spontaneous, immediate conversation. This one, voice chat, is a little bit more tedious, so I'm going to show you here. So for instance, if I want to have a voice chat with this RA, I can play his words.
你好，我是李邦邦，请问我可以帮你什么？
And then in order to respond to him, I click on recording. 我的宿舍太吵了. I stop it. I listen to it. 我的宿舍太吵了. If I'm happy, I click on this check mark. And then it converts it to text input, and then you have to enter it. So as you can see, this is not like an intuitive back and forth chat. It's more like voice to text messages. So students' reaction to this platform is also overwhelmingly positive. It's a different semester, so this semester I surveyed 16 students and 16 of them have positive response to it. And they say it helps me to improve my Chinese, it prepares me for real life situations, it allows me to practice learned expressions, and it focuses on the current topics. And they also pointed out two things that are kind of weaknesses of this tool. Sometimes it uses expressions I don't know, and I want to talk beyond current topics. The first one is like unavoidable. So no matter which platform you use, the chatbot is going to at least sometimes use words, expressions beyond their levels. For the second comment, I want to talk beyond current topics. Actually, the other platform, character.ai, does a better job. So in my future classes, I plan to continue to use both types of chatbots because they pretty much serve different purposes and students love them. So that's about it. Thank you very much.